Now, before I get into this video of High School Girl episode 7, I'd like to give a little shout out thank you to a fellow watcher who watched my last High School Girl review 3 days ago. His name is Hubcap Diamond Star Halo. He has Josuke from part 8, the latest JoJo thing, which I am currently watching right now, and I'm enjoying it. Soft and Wet is a pretty interesting take on stands. Well, anyways, what he tells me is that the show airs in Japan, and the subs got is from Anon. Pretty much, you search High School Girl on YouTube, and you find 2 reacts, and put them out on Saturday and late Friday. One is Japanese, and the other one is watched from Japan TV channel or something. So I'd like to thank Hubcap Diamond Star Halo. You really shine some light that it's a scheduling thing that's going on. And since Crunchyroll doesn't own High School Girl, that's I believe is going to be a Netflix thing. It's probably one of the reasons why not many people are talking about it, because most people have to watch it actually legally. But this is the problem with the Crunchyroll thing, is that a good anime that's being aired right now won't be really watched well when it needs to be watched in America, because Netflix has control of it, and the way Netflix sometimes runs anime is a very, very bad deal. So yeah, thanks a lot Hubcap for letting me know. For now, without further ado, let's get into this review of High School Girl episode 7. My goodness, I believe the winner for today's episode, the one that had more affection for Haru today, was definitely Koharu. I was talking to my sister about it. She said she likes Koharu better. She can relate to Koharu because she's also a person who can play video games, but only likes certain types. But majority of the time, she only likes to watch people play video games. As I said before, there are tons of people in every group where they just like to sit around and watch someone else play video games. They can find enjoyment and pleasure about it. It's like watching a live Let's Play, up close and personal to them, I guess you can say. Very interesting. I guess that's the reason why Let's Plays were so popular back in the day. A lot of people like to watch other people play it, and that is totally agreeable. Now, with Koharu and everything, she got herself the Famicom, which is a console I never got my hands on ever. I guess it's very rare. I only really had was Sega's, some Nintendo products, and mostly PlayStation, and some Game Boys and Nintendo DS and 3DSs and the Wii as well, and one Xbox. I never got 360 and Xbox One, unfortunately. But anyways, so besides that, she's been trying to find some way to get to Haru's heart. The question is, it's hard to get to someone's heart who's a gamer addict. These are some of the people you don't want to fall in love with. Not trying to discourage anybody, but their heart belongs to gaming. It belongs to their hobby, you know? More power to you. You could find fortune and fame through your hobby. But however, for people who try to fall in love with you, let them know don't fall in love with them. But however, for Haru's case, he has once again the stereotypical main character syndrome, where they're so dense they don't know who's in love with them or not. They can't even catch a clue or get a hint whatsoever. I think I said those wrong. Yeah. Anyways, in this episode, it was very mostly Koharu x Haru moment, especially when they were in the trip of Kyoto. And as we all know, it's like a tradition in most Japanese anime, and probably just Japan all around, where the middle schoolers, before they go off to high school, take a trip to Kyoto, Japan, and travel around. It's a very historical place in Japan. Not many outsiders talk about it. They're more about Shibuya and Tokyo than they are about Kyoto, where the inside people just love Kyoto, with its culture and its war zones and constant brief history. So, but however, one thing Haru cares about is, of course, video games, and also playing some I have never even heard about. So I'm very curious to look these games up, see if I can play them some way. There's probably an emulator out there somewhere I can use to play these amazing games. Because, you know, I can play some retro games here and there if I feel like it now and then, especially when I'm bored, man. I have my tablet I take everywhere with me. I would enjoy these kind of retro games to see how challenging they are. Now, besides that, we also have Koharu so frustrated. She is angry with herself, but also Haru, and she asks herself, why is she in love with this guy? You know, it could be a crush in a way. Because you know how Haru is. He doesn't care for anything but his games. So In Koharu's mind, the games is a love-hate situation. On one hand, games is the reason why she's allowed to be around Haru, because she found interest in games and Haru likes teaching people about games. Not many people around Haru really like to talk about games as much as he does. So the fact that Koharu is willing to learn more about it, it brings happiness to him. However, at the same time, games is the thing that keeps them distance the way she doesn't want them to be. She wants them to be closer, but because of games, it keeps the distance. It brings them together by this much, and it stops right there, where she wants to be this close to Haru. But however, it can't happen because of his love for games. He's totally obsessed with games, he'll do nothing else but gaming. And like I said, more power to him. But unfortunately to her, it feels like it's just a one-sided love, and she's aware of this. But nonetheless, she wants to carry on through. Hopefully someday, Haru would mature enough to see there's more to life than just video games. But we'll see later on down the line. So after missing the bus, train, and them playing some games, she felt she got a little bit closer to Haru, despite the fact that people start spreading rumors already about them just hanging out. Like, my God, Japanese people, I know I've been anime and manga in general. Japanese students seem to spread rumors faster than anyone I ever seen. Faster than Americans do in their own high schools. Like, these people just spread rumors. Like, you just see two people just hanging out or talking, and all of a sudden, oh, they're a couple. My favorite OPT. Like, I hope it's not like that in real life. It's not. I don't think I can stand going to a Japanese school if it's really like that. I hope not. But then again, I do hear that most Japan kids are raised to be extremely respectful and well-mannered. But then again, that's probably just a front for all we know. But let's not get off topic here. Now let's talk about Ono's side. Ono has been very distant from Haru. She's completely turned full tsundere now on him, but to the point that she's not paying attention to him. When she's walking down a classroom talking to people Haru can pass by, she doesn't give them the time of day unless they're alone. But even then, she hasn't shown much connection to him like she did before in the past. Something about is going on in the situation is keeping her very, very distant right now. Especially when Haru was talking about how him and Koharu were pretty much missed the train and they were just out playing video games in an arcade. As you recall, going out to hidden arcades was a thing between Ono and Haru. So when she heard this, she got jealous a bit. Extremely jealous. And she would try to step on his foot, but he knows Ono so well that she dodged the foot. But for some reason, her hair is hard as steel to smack the crap out of him. And that's like, okay, physics just got blown out the window. But nonetheless, Ono isn't making much of a drive. I'm like, if you really want to spend more time with Haru, you can do it. If anything, you have his attention more than anybody else on this planet, besides gaming. Haru sees you as someone that's completely out of his league as a gamer and wants to reach there someday. You have his completely undivided attention and can easily do that, but instead you keep yourself distant in a way. And of course there is a reason for that as well, but we'll see that as further along we get into the episodes as well. So yeah, that was High School Girl all wrapped up in a nutshell for today. I have to say, this win definitely goes to Koharu, and which is sad because Ono has a chance to easily to get a win in all this, but she's keeping herself distant for some reason. And we'll figure that out later on throughout the show. So anyway, that's all I got for High School Girl Episode 7. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. This has been Madcrownxox Anime, and I'm signing out. Have a good one, guys.